love and light. Amy, take us to the place where we can be just who we are, and it's alright in the house of love and light. House of love and light. Amy, open up the door to the place where we walk by faith and not by sight, not by sight. Through the house of love and light. House of love, the house of love and light. The house of love and light. If we get this right, we'll make the world a house of love and light. If we get this right, we'll make the world a house of love and light. House of love and light. House of love and light.
What a wonderful day. What a wonderful day to come together. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Wow, can you believe it? This is our Sunday gathering for Christmas, for solstice, for celebrating Kwanzaa. Yeah. So, hi, welcome to House of Love and Light. I'm Amy Steinberg, and I am filled with hope this morning. I am filled with a hopeful knowing that everyone who is here is called to be here together to weave a web of light and love for this planet. That's what we do here. Is I'm here to uplift you in these crazy wild times. I'm here to say, happy holidays. Ooh, my niece Gabrielle is watching. I love you. I love you so much. I love you so, so much. Good morning, Craig and Mike and Tommy and Jan, Teresa, Tessa, Tanza. Teresa, Tessa, Tanza. That's a Lorraine, Marianne, AJ, my love. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so stoked about this morning because we're going to talk about hope. Or, you know, the theme of the whole month has been rest. And we're going to rest today in hope. And it's such an interesting topic. As you know, I've talked about it before. Every Sunday morning before, I have a ritual. Every Sunday morning, I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. So I wake up and I go for a walk. And it's been so cold, so those walks wake me up and they get me, I see things in nature that trigger ideas and thoughts about what I want to share with you. And, you know, today was a very peaceful, quiet, cold walk with my beloved AJ. And then I come and I meditate and I read. And then I have, you know, my getting ready, and then I sit and I talk to Myron. If you don't know Myron, say hi, Myron, in the comments. He is behind a lot of the music that you hear behind us, and he was a part of the music team at Universal Spirit Center. Incredible friend, incredible musician. And we have been all week talking about hope. And every time I bring up hope, he brings up faith. And it's like we're having this hope-faith match off, you know? So I've decided that January will be the month of faith. And this today is about hope, which is very different than faith. Hope is about seeing that light. That's why in the video in the intro, if you caught the video in the intro, there were paths with light at the end of them, and there was walking in the clouds. That's making a way towards something. That's hope. And you know we all need that right now, right? So, and also we're in the darkest moment, which is a space for hope to be born, which is a space where dreams are born. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, celebrating today. Hi, Troy. So glad you'll be doing. Bob, so good to see you. Oh my gosh, I love you. Lindsay, Mara, Vineet, my sweet. I love it. Jenna, oh gosh, it's so great to see everybody. I'm in such a great mood. I love the holiday spirit, and I know there's a lot of struggle going out there. On my feed this morning, I saw people who have lost people from COVID, and I saw people who have been diagnosed positive, and I've also seen frontline workers getting their vaccine. So I'm just here for all of it. We're present for all of it. And we stick always to this mission that we created at the very beginning of the birth of HOLLA, which is to nourish uplift, and inspire. That's the point of coming together here on Sunday mornings for this hour, just for 1 hour. I feed you just delicious spiritual food. I know Tanza's watching, and I know she hates it when I talk about how delicious spirituality is. But to me, it is. It's something that nourishes us, fortifies our soul. And I'm here to uplift you and make you feel good, so that we can inspire you to be your highest and best you. And today the mission is especially palpable to me because as I'm talking about hope, I feel like this mission is a hopeful mission, because hope is this idea that you have a clear vision of what it's really about, visioning hope and also taking action, which is that last thing, inspire you to be your highest and best you. So here we are, we're just going to light up the world because it is the season of light. Hi, Angie. So good to see you. And Bob and Tilly. So we sing, I light up the world with my light. I light up the world with my light. Gabrielle, I hope you're singing. I light up the world with my light. I light up the world with my light. Do you have that? Join me singing. Now listen, I remind you every Sunday that singing is very good for your brain. It's very good for your heart. It's very good for your lungs. It gets you breathing. It gets you articulating. It gets your brain working. And it triggers that parasympathetic nervous system. I know I'm like a broken record, but it makes you feel good. So let's sing to make ourselves feel good. Anyone can sing. I don't care if you're completely tone deaf. You can sing. I light up the world with my light. 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 And now I want you to turn to the person. Yay, I'm so glad you're singing. Now turn to your mom and turn to anybody that you're with and sing, you light up the world. You light up the world with your light. You light up the world with your light. Light up the world with your light. You light up the world with your light. How about we light it up? We light up the world with our light. 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 I light up the world with my light. Hands on your heart. I light up the world with my light. I light up the world with my light. I light up the world with my light. Taking a deep breath in, I'm going to take these off so I don't give anybody some kind of spaz attack by watching those lights. Okay. So, we're going to move into prayer, and we are going to sing May the Longtime Sun as a blessing for the solstice. And during this time, I want you to think about your hope. I'll give a prayer in the middle, and I want you to think about what you're hoping for, and we're going to put it in the comments. I am hoping for everyone out there to have a Myron in their life. I am hoping for you to feel completely filled up this morning. And let's sing. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. Pure light within you, guide your way on, guide your way on. Join me singing, May the Longtime Sun, you know it. May the longtime sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light, and the pure light guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Right here, right now. I breathe, and I invite everyone here to breathe in and relax. I know without a doubt, I have complete faith that there is a power, a presence, a God, a love, a light shining behind all things right here, right now. I know it. Know it right here, right now. And I know that this power, this presence is within me and within each and every person who is with us this morning, from all around the country, from all around the world. I know that this presence is the web of light and love within our hearts, within our souls, within our minds. And I know that there is a hope, an ever-present, ever-shining, ever-growing hope within each and every one of us. And in the comments, when we say our hopes, we are also declaring that we know, because when we hope, we are dreaming. And when we dream, we are creating. And when we are creating, we are using that power of inspiration. Can I hear an amen? Yeah. So I say, I know, I hope health, I hope love, I hope joy, I hope it all. I know it, deep in my soul, I know that God is good. Goddess is good. The energy of life is good. Ever present, ever awakening, ever shining through you, through everything that we do. I say thank you, God. Thank you, God, for this time together, for this time to uplift, for this time to connect, for this time to praise and raise the God that is everywhere present, within us, around us. Yes. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in one drop. From Rumi. Yes, we say thank you. We release these words and we say, Amen. Amen. We say Ashe. We say, and so it is. Yeah. And so it is. Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's sing again. This time really from the guts. Let's sing it out. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. Thank you, Beverly. And the pure light within you. Let it guide you. God. We sing Sat Nam. Sat Nam, which means your true identity, which is that light. More from the guts. Sat Nam. Feeling your energy, feeling the juiciness, feeling the connectedness. I breathe deeply, and I invite you to breathe deeply as well. Troy is going to light the candles for us today. Here we celebrate all paths.
Morning, HOLLA family. I light a candle for the Eastern religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism, that teach us about harmony, karma, and the way. I light a candle for Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Baha'i, teaching us about tradition, forgiveness, surrender, and order. I light a candle for ancient wisdom, New Thought traditions, including indigenous teachings, shamanism, paganism, science of mind, and New Age spirituality. teaching us to root and expand. And I light a candle for the great mystery, the eternal question, the not knowing. And in the season of light, may we all shine on.
Hello, happy Sunday. My name is Maria Vicoli, and I am grateful for the sun that is shining on the snow that fell yesterday. And I'm grateful for the snow because it's beautiful and I missed it. I'm grateful for my cat. I am grateful for the fresh air that I can breathe. And I'm grateful for the earth that supports me. I'm living in occupied Abenaki territory, which is also known as New Hampshire. And I am grateful for the water defenders that are currently protesting and putting their bodies and their freedom on the line to stop a gas pipeline that would go through the headwater area of the Mississippi. I am grateful for people who inspire me, and I'm grateful for small victories. I'm also grateful for people who show me ways of living that I really don't want to live by their example. I'm grateful that this space of gratitude reminds me of who I am. I'm grateful for my sister. I'm grateful for music. I'm grateful for singing and for early morning breakfast dance parties while I make my food. I'm grateful for good coffee. And I'm grateful for the telecommunications tech that connects me with people I love, even though we are very, very, very far away right now. And lastly, and most importantly, I am grateful for all of the versions of me and all of the spiritual deaths I've gone through so that I can be the version of me that I am now in the life that I'm living right now. So thanks. I'm grateful for HOLLA fam. I hope your Sunday's going well.
Wow, grateful for all the spiritual deaths that have made me who I am. That's really powerful, Mari, and I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for Troy. I'm so grateful for Troy's dog. So sweet and beautiful. I love you all so much. Let's go ahead and have a moment of gratitude. We do this every single week. We list our gratitudes in the comments, and I start. And I'm grateful for these beautiful flowers that my beloved brought me. I am grateful for the amazing ability to be online and connected to everyone all around. I'm grateful for a delicious morning. I'm grateful for a day yesterday where I did almost nothing. I had the honor of singing at a celebration of life for a friend's father who had passed. And other than that, I did a whole lot of nothing. And I'm grateful for that. So we have some gratitude here. Grateful for life. Yes, Marianne. Yes, yes, yes. Grateful for being here now. I know, Mari, Sarah, you would love Mari, absolutely. Mari, Sarah, Mari, you are now friends. Tanza, I love you. What else are you grateful for? Put it in the comments. Let's really raise and praise our lives this morning. I'm so grateful for food. I'm so grateful for shelter. I'm so grateful for the spiritual path. Oh, I'm so grateful that you're here, Betsy. I was hoping you'd come. Oh yeah, grateful for you, Jacqueline. Grateful for you, Jan. Grateful for good health. Amen, Lorraine. I was thinking about that, seeing you yesterday, seeing you and Doug looking so well. I love you both so much. Oh yes, the long dark night, the new home. So many beautiful things to be grateful for. Now, one thing that I am so grateful for is the weekly gifts that we get from some people that come back week after week and give us videos. One of the newer additions is Contemplate a Card with Casey, and of course our beloved Ash, who we missed last week. And we missed him last week because he's been doing these long coaching sessions in New York, and he lives in Colorado. So he's been just totally, when he's done, he's tapped out. And so we're so glad to have a little message from Ash again this week and to have a card with Casey. So here are those two things, and then I'll be back to introduce you to my Christmas present that I gave myself.
Greetings, HOLLA family. I bring you some sage to clear out your past week and to set intentions for this week of hope and rest, restoration, growth, so much change. Beautiful. Stay grounded. Let's see what the card has to say today. Today we're working with Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light deck. This oracle deck has been on repeat for me. I love the cards. I love what they have to say. And I can't wait to see what they're going to tell us today. So good. Today's card is called The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuition hits Soul Tribe. You are being called to let your intuition move you physically. You are connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet, and as you travel and share your creations, something is rethreaded. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are. You are being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you in your soul's personal mission. You are part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet. To raise consciousness so that we can all continue to call this magnificent home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, and you share the medicine that you most need, those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe. They are just like you. And just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you too. So we're going to hold this card to our heart. I choose now to let myself be seen. I am ready to call in my soul tribe and create a web of light all over the planet. If that's not hope, and if that's not something you can rest in, I'm out. Thank you so much. Thank you for being my soul tribe. Have a wonderful week.
Hope. Hope is so appropriate for this moment. Hope is magical. Imaginary medicine for an imaginary disease. It's like that brave flower that somehow bursts through the cold, rigid, dark cement, reaching for the sunlight. Hope is like mind reaching for the sunlight of what's always here, always present. The reality of this indivisible, perfectly complete and whole moment.
Perfect. Did watching Ash now for any of you just bring up some tears? For me, my eyes started welling up because the pure light that being is. Ash, I love you so much. You are such a light in this world, such a gift to us. And thank you so much, Casey, for that card. Oh my gosh, if that is not about us weaving a world of light, is that not what House of Love and Light is doing? And it's crazy because when you look at who is watching all over this country, it's like a web. It goes from up in Oregon and Washington down to California, over to Colorado, and up to New York and down to Florida. It's this beautiful web of love. So I just absolutely love this. And speaking of a spot, Florida is one of those places, and this is my Christmas gift to myself. I picked my very favorite song to share with you today, and I hate to say my very favorite artist, because I say that all the time. I have like a list of my favorite New Thought artists, but this man, it is a pleasure to share another Eddie Watkins Jr. song. Eddie Watkins Jr. Wrote the intro to House of Love and Light, which I can't get enough of it. I mean, Eddie Watkins Jr. is singing my name. It lifts my spirits every single week. And I listen to his music all the time. If you don't have any of his records, you can get them all online. And here is him singing live, I Am the Place Where God Shows Up. And this is one of my favorite songs. And if this is not hope, this is hope. That's what this is. Enjoy.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
I am the place.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. You are the place.
Oh,
We are the place where God shows up. I am the place. You are the place. We are the place where God shows up. Clap your hands and sing with me, y'all. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. And look at somebody next to you and say, you are the place. You are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. You are the place where God shows up.
oh, come on, Eddie. Yeah, yeah.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Is there anything else more inspiring in this whole wide world? No. Eddie Watkins Jr. Let's all say that. I am the place where God shows up. And listen, here's the recording.
Times come, living this thing called life.
Oh, come on.
Am I
You need to get this recording if you don't have it.
wise enough?
I swear I could just listen to it again. That's one of those songs you put on repeat, right? Whew, I am feeling it. Wow, really pumped up, really filled with joy. Thank you so much, Eddie. Filled with hope, knowing that we are the place where God shows up. Isn't that powerful? So, I have one more thing before I give you my message this morning, and this is Jacqueline Skye, Reverend Jacqueline Skye, giving us a little story for Christmas solstice. And it's the story of, my sister-in-law's watching, and I want to say a big shout out to her, Stacy Steinberg, in the comments, and she's watching with my niece, Gabrielle. And my mom was just here for 19 days, 7 hours, and 4 minutes. Just kidding. But she just left on Friday. And, you can run, but you can't hide from your mom. You can have, we had like 3 really big fights while she was here. And then, I know that we had growth because that's what happens, and some people have really bad relationships with their mom, and some people have really challenging relationships, and some people have really amazing relationships. And I will say that my relationship with my mom is thick. There's a lot to it. But I love her so dearly. I really, really do. And so this story, when Jacqueline brought this story up to me, and she sort of told me about it in the way that the mama bunny in the story is God. But I also take it to mean our actual mother and our mother that lives inside as well. So however you want to interpret this, but this is a story of hope for you. And then I will come back to give you my thoughts on resting in hope. Here is Reverend Jacqueline Skye.
Good morning, dear ones. Reverend Jacqueline Skye here. I have always found that many children's stories are spiritually profound. This children's story that I want to share with you this morning gives me the warmth of the Mother God, the understanding that I am never abandoned, that I am too often running instead of resting in hope, and that when we come as a child, we find the true meaning of Christmas, some love. Once there was a little bunny who wanted to run away, and so he said to his mother, "I'm running away." "If you run away," said his mother, "I will run after you, for you are my little bunny." "Well, if you run after me," said the little bunny, "I will become a fish in a trout stream, and I will swim away from you." "If you become a fish in a trout stream," said his mother, "I will become a fisherman, and I will fish for you." "If you become a fisherman," said the little bunny, "I will become a rock on the mountain high above you." "If you become a rock on the mountain high above me," said his mother, "I will become a mountain climber, and I will climb to where you are." "If you become a mountain climber," said the little bunny, I will be a crocus in the hidden garden." "If you become a crocus in the hidden garden," said his mother, "I will be a gardener, and I will find you." "If you are a gardener and find me," said the little bunny, "I will be a bird and fly away from you." "If you become a bird and fly away from me," said his mother, "I will be a tree that you come home to." "If you become a tree," said the little bunny, "I will become a little sailboat, and I will sail away from you." "If you become a sailboat and sail away from me," said his mother, "I will become the wind and blow you where I want you to go." "If you become the wind and blow me," said the little bunny, "I will join a circus and fly away on a flying trapeze." "If you go flying on a flying trapeze," said his mother, "I will be a tightrope walker, and I will walk across the air to you." "If you become a tightrope walker and walk across the air," said the bunny, "I will become a little boy and run into a house." "If you become a little boy and run into a house," said the mother bunny, "I will become your mother and catch you in my arms and hug you." "Shucks," said the bunny, "I might just as well stay where I am and be your little bunny." And so he did. "Have a carrot," said the mother bunny. have a joyous holiday. Blessings.
Of course, the mother bunny says, have a carrot, right? The worst fight I had with my mom while she was here, I'm going to share this, was Wednesday, right before my music and meditation. And some of you were at that music and meditation, and I processed a little bit through it. And then I felt so much better after, of course, singing and chanting. And I came out and I knocked on her door and I said, do you want to have Italian? And it was as if all things just melted away, because that's what food can do, right? So Mama Bunny saying, can you have a carrot? But thank you, Jacqueline, for that beautiful story. I hope that touched you, everyone, in the way that it needed to. I love the idea that we cannot run from the divine that lives inside of us, and that even when we're going through really dark periods, there is always hope. So this is my message for you on rest, which is the theme of this whole month, and hope for today. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Sing it with me. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. You must keep dreaming. Dream on. You have to dream on. I gotta keep dreaming. Gotta keep dreaming on. Yeah. Dream on. Dream on. Gotta keep dreaming. Gotta keep dreaming on. There's a sweet little space inside your soul, knows underneath the soil the rose grows. Even in the dark, there's so much hope. There's a sweet little space inside your heart, knows endings give birth to new starts. Light is always shining even in the dark. Come on, sing with me. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Do that part again. Rest. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Dream on. Dream on. Dream on. Keep dreaming. Gotta keep dreaming. Dream on. Dream on once more. Dream on. Dream on. Keep dreaming. Gotta keep dreaming on. Keep dreaming on. This is the season. Kwanzaa begins December 26th, honoring African American history and heritage. Christmas is, of course, this week, honoring the birth of Jesus, or as we know in New Thought, the birth of Christ consciousness. And it is solstice tomorrow, the shortest day of the year, a day when pagans celebrate Yule, a day of feast and hope and the coming of the light. So all this light as we enter the coldest time of year. And while we are walking through this time of sheltering in place, we are also given what they called in the New York Times a shot of hope, as it is called in the news, a vaccine for this brutal virus that has taken over 300,000 American lives. We take a breath and a moment of silence for those lives. It is a time for grief and a time for hope. So today we are resting in hope because House of Love and Light has a clear mission: to look toward the light and highlight the good so that we can keep the heart and the mind focused on the gifts of this majestic life that we are so blessed to live. Hope is important because it can make the present moment less difficult to bear. If we believe that tomorrow will be better, we can bear a hardship today. From Thich Nhat Hanh. Hope has been studied, okay? There are statistics, there are charts and numbers. Neuroscientists are investigating the science of hope. It turns out that feeling hopeful, or that feeling of hopefulness, is an actual sensation, and it changes your brain. Your brain produces chemicals when you feel hope. You feel a sensation of hope, and those chemicals that are released block pain and create healing. The neurochemicals released are called endorphins and enkephalins, which are actually mimic the effect of morphine. How cool is that? And morphine is what the doctors use to overcome obstacles and advance towards recovery. So this is what's happening when we feel hope. And so I know that's all sciencey and stuff like that. So while all that is true, I want to ask you, how does it feel when you have hope? What's the sensation? How does it feel to be hopeful? When we believe that good is coming, when we believe we see that way through, when we know that possibility reigns. This is a space of hope that I hope you all know. I hope you know about hope. Now, it's really different from positive thinking. And I love positive thinking. You know me, I love positive thinking. But hope, as I've been thinking about hope all week, studying hope, ultimately resting in hope, I understand the difference. You see, positive thinking is sort of that Pollyanna looking straight at the dark, saying, this isn't dark, this isn't dark, this is just light covered up, which is, you know what? I love it. I pretty much live like a Pollyanna most of the time. But hope is saying, yeah, it's dark. It's dark. This is dark, but I see a way out. I know a way out. I know a path that will lead me from the darkness. I see the light and I'm walking toward it. Hope is positive thinking with legs. Hope is rational and thoughtful, also deep and meaningful. Hope is getting a diagnosis and looking toward the steps that you got to take, the most loving way possible. Hope is recognizing the pain and the suffering in the world, and then looking toward a day when we will all be back in the world, when healing is great, and when the idea of living in a pandemic will be a memory. Albert Einstein learned from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is to not stop questioning. Let's sing on that. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Let's do that again. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light. Dream on. Dream on. You gotta dream on. Dream. I gotta keep dreaming on. You see, 'cause there is a sweet little place inside your soul. Knows underneath the soil the rose grows. Even in the dark, there's so much hope. So much hope. There's a sweet little place inside your heart. Knows endings give birth to new starts. Light is always shining even in the dark. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. And like Einstein says, we can't stop questioning. We can't stop investigating. We can't stop dreaming. You know, I was thinking about this this week, that during sleep, when we're actually asleep, during darkness, that's when we dream. That's when our dreams take shape. That's when our brains are processing things and releasing things and our actual dreams. But as a metaphor, perhaps in our darkest times, not only literally like the longest nights, but the long nights of the soul, the long dark nights, those desert times, the emotionally or spiritually dark times, maybe that is when our dreams for the future are born. They are born out of hope. Another scientist quoting, hope lies in dreams, in imagination, and in the courage of those who dare to make dreams into reality. I kept feeling hope was connected to dreams and hope was connected to our inspiration to move on in our lives, especially right now. See, basically, we have got to keep open to hope. Amen. Our minds and our hearts must remain open to hope so that we can keep these dreams alive, because we have to be open to asking, how can I walk through this dark night with the power of God? The power of God is guiding me. How can I tap into that divine feminine energy, the energy of the mama bunny that is always telling us, I'm following you. You can't escape me. I won't abandon you. I am the sun that rises and rises again. Here, so beautifully represented in this piece of art by Judy Dillon that Jacqueline sent me. I thought that was such a beautiful photo of sort of mama goddess sun that is always there, shining and rising. Breathing deep here for a moment. The winter solstice is happening in nature, and we are just a part of nature. So it's happening within us as well, yeah? We are in the darkest moment just before the dawn. And you may feel right now like a rising of secret wishes, old pains being released, frustrations ready to be expressed, loneliness at its peak. You may look back at this time with some worries, some regrets. But fear not, dear house of light, house of love and light, fear not. Bask and rest in hope that the sun will rise. It is rising and a new day is dawning. Come on. Snap, snap, snap. And we can look to the Christmas story. Here we go. Let's talk about Christmas for a minute. I look at Christmas as inspiration. I do, especially as a religious scientist, Buddhist Jew, as a beautiful story of consciousness and hopefulness. We can allow the Christmas story to take root inside of us. The dreamer within us, the childlike sensibility, that sort of baby Jesus within us, cannot be born in a place where there's no room. There's no room at the inn. When there's no room at the inn, metaphysically, this means that there's a crowded mind, that there's no space. There's no space for the birth of a new idea or a new thought. And through quietude, through meditation, through mindfulness, which is sort of the representation of this empty space, this is a barn that we picture happening where they sleep, and we become the shepherds. I believe that all of the stories in all of the religious texts we're each of the characters. We are Mary, we are Jesus, we are the shepherds, we are the star, we are all of it. We are all aspects of that. And so through quietude and meditation and mindfulness, we become the shepherds of our own consciousness, our own hearts, and therefore we make space for this virgin archetype, this place of purity and gentleness, to give birth to this new, higher, and more evolved way of being. Oh, yeah, it feels so good to talk about that. The light in the Christmas story, the star, that is a symbol of guidance and hope and the potential of wishes and dreams. Christmas it's dream time, y'all. It's a time of peace and love and joy. And of course, it's Christmas is light. Christmas is the time of light. And it's connected to what's happening now, this perceptible dying of the sun at the time of the solstice. But light is also knowledge and understanding. And Jesus says that I am the light of the world, but he also says you are the light of the world. Let your light shine before men. So it's all about that connection between knowing it's in us. Let your light shine before men. Let your light shine so that they might. Anybody Godspell? Yes, amen. So, family. I want to just give a shout out to all the people that have been doing videos and who've been saying HOLLA family or HOLLA fam. I love that. It's just naturally formed into a family. And I want to make a special note right there to folks who don't have family or who are aching for family right now. If you're watching, you are one with us. You are our family right now. And it's a beautiful time to remember that we can choose our family. So, family, let us remember to shine the light, this inner light in our hearts. Let us shine it on those dark places. in this dark time to remind us of our beautiful dreams that can be born in times like these. So many of us are going through such profound transformation during this season and during this incredible opportunity, difficult time. So as we bring this year to a close, let's rest in hope and rest in the light that hope is shining on our future. We can know with a deep faith, with that faith that Myron talks about, that not only is good coming, not only is there hope, but there is faith that good is here, right here in this present moment. And we can dip into this sensation with our thinking and our feeling. And we can produce those delicious chemicals that I was talking about that make us feel joyful and filled with love by focusing on hopefulness. So in essence, hopefulness can bring you to a space of faith. Let's sense it, choose it, and rest in this hope. Let's sing one more time. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. In the hope and the light of the season. Once more. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Dream on, dream on. Gotta keep dreaming, gotta keep dreaming on. You see, there's a sweet little place inside your soul. It knows underneath the soil that the rose grows, even in the dark. So much hope. There's a sweet little place inside your heart, knows that endings gives birth to new starts. Light is always shining even in the dark. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Rest in the hope and the light of the season. Let's take a deep breath. Thank you so much for being here for that message. And now I give you the opportunity to give to this experience if you feel like you've been fed. I'm so grateful for all of the conscious giving, all of the offerings, the love offerings that come through during the week. You can text love to 828-383-9889, paypal.me/House of Love and Light, or Venmo at Amy-Steinberg-5. I love this creation that we're putting together here, this community, this family, and you make it possible with your donations for me to not only, pay the light bill here, but also to give to the artists and musicians that give to us here. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful that God gives me this blessing to be able to create this with you. So big, big thanks for all of the giving that happens. Big shout out to everyone. I see there's been a lot of comments while I'm talking. So what happens is I can't watch the comments while I'm giving the talk. So I go back and I watch a little later tonight, which let's also want to give a shout out to anybody who's watching on the rewatch. Thank you so much for giving if you're watching on the rewatch. And another thing that Myron, my love, my beloved, wanted me to mention was that, he gives and a few other people give on a consistent basis with a sort of a regular tithe. I think the text to tithe offers you the opportunity to do that if you wanted to give a monthly donation. So does PayPal, or a weekly donation. So I appreciate that. So if you miss it, but you want to still keep it going and give your offerings, I'm so grateful for that. Okay, so we've got more coming up, but before we move on, I want to give you a tool for the week because I love this tool. I guess maybe I should have put this later, but there's other stuff coming. I've got Lorelei's astrology. I've got Sophia sharing something this week. It's kind of a little bit of a longer gathering today, but it's because it's Christmas. Happy Merry Christmas. I don't have a Christmas Eve service this year, but I do have a Christmas Eve music and meditation. So Wednesday night, if you're feeling like you want to get in the Christmas spirit, I'll be singing Christmas songs and meditation on Christmas Eve, and then we will be seeing you again next Sunday. So the tool for the week, this is one of my favorite tools, and you know me, I love my acronyms, but when I was reading about hope as a sensation, I love the word sensation. One singular sensation. I'm such a theater kid. But I love senses. I love the idea of experiencing hope through our senses. So I made this little acronym. It's a little goofy, but I'm a little goofy. Hopes. Hear the music. When you hear that Christmas music, or you hear artists that inspire you, like that Eddie Watkins Jr. song, let it inspire hope. Let your hearing inspire hope this week. Open your eyes. Let yourself see the hope in the light of your Christmas tree or your Hanukkah bush, or the light in your lover's eyes or your animal's eyes when you're looking at. See that hope. Feel that joy. P, please your palate. I love alliteration. Please your palate when you are eating. Feel that hope of knowing that, you're being fed. Your body is being nourished. Feel the hope. Let the hope fill you as you're eating this week. And E, express affection. We were talking about this. AJ kind of helped me with this tool for the week this week. I love having people in my life that I can bounce things off of, but express affection. When you give a hug, now I know we're sort of distanced, but if there's people that you can hug, and if there's not, just you can hug yourself, but give it, when AJ said, when you give a hug, when you feel a hug, you get hope. It feels hopeful. You get, that sense of hope that you're loved and that love is out there. So express affection in the way that you can safely. And then, of course, S, smell the aromas. Smell when you're cooking. Let yourself experience it in a new way this week. Let yourself sense the hope in that cooking turkey, or those cooking vegetables, or, gosh, what is better than chopping an onion and putting it in some olive oil and letting it fill the whole house, and smell the hope of that beautiful meal that's going to come. So that's just an idea that this week, really sense the hope that is in you, as you, and through your life experience. I thought that was a fun little tool. So we have one more week with wintering, which I didn't really mention much about that book this week, because I am also reading Into the Magic Shop, and I'm reading two other books as well. But in Wintering, there is a place where she talks about going to Stonehenge. And I feel so inspired to go to Stonehenge to see the winter solstice at some point. So if you're not reading Wintering, I encourage you to. It's a fantastic book. I do know that the book of the month for January will be Into the Magic Shop. That is the other book that I'm reading. But next week we get to talk about happiness, which is probably my favorite thing in the whole wide world to discuss, to search for, to experience. And I'm excited about that. And so here is Lorelei giving you your astrological report, your weather report for the week. And this is a big week because of the Jupiter-Saturn alignment that is called the Christmas star. So listen to Lorelei, and then directly after Lorelei, Sophia is going to offer us one of her photographs. It's a small, just a minute, little long bit from her about this beautiful thing that she made for solstice. And then we'll be back for one more thing, so don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for being here this morning, and I love you so much. Here's Lorelei.
Hello, my brothers and sisters of the House of Love and Light. It's Lorelei. I am so thrilled to be with you, to be able to share how exciting this upcoming week is. Take a nice deep breath with me. Breathing in all the new, the love, the light, and breathing out all the density, all the darkness. We will experience a major energy shift overnight. On Monday, the winter solstice clocks in, December 21st. That happens every year, and that is always a powerful time because it's when the sun enters one of the initiating signs, in this case, the initiating earth sign of Capricorn. This particular winter solstice also is celebrating the grand conjunction, the star of hope, the Christmas star, Jupiter and Saturn. The two social planets, the two sociocultural planets, expansion and contraction, are both coming together to dance, conjunct, cheek to cheek, I love to say, in Aquarius. They have left the sign of Capricorn, conventional, conservative, I have to obey, I need permission, outer authorities, into Aquarius, which is the sign of the individual. And the joy, we can all lean into this energy now, the joy of being who you are. That is what it is about now. We don't have a clue about much on the planet, but we know that there is a new world order that is being birthed. And pretty much any of you that are watching this, you know you are part of this. You are part of this paradigm shift, this reboot, this magic carpet ride, getting on the ark, getting on the spaceship. We are all going to learn how to fly. That is the exciting thing here. We are all having an opportunity to create the future, to have a plan, Saturn, for the future, Aquarius, and to know that we can embrace new, ingenious, inventive, innovative ways of being in the world, and all the things that we can welcome into our reality at this time. This begins a new 20-year cycle, a new 800-year cycle in terms of these two planets in Aquarius. Again, last time they danced in Aquarius, Jupiter and Saturn, was when the Magna Carta was signed. We're not under the authority of the kings anymore. That is such a metaphor for what's happening now. So what I want to invoke for you, for me, and for the planet is that as each of us steps into who we really are, that authentic Christ-like, that individualized expression of the divine, that's where we will find the answers, and that's where we will find the solutions, and that is the adventure that we are all getting ready to embark on. So until we connect, I wish you blue skies, green lights, and lucky stars.
It was 3 in the morning when I was called to create this spiral just outside my front door. I had been writing solstice greetings on some cards and got up to stretch my legs and step outside to look up at the night sky, which I often do. Turning to go back to the warmth, the bare spot where an evergreen once stood outside my door cried to be filled. It's no wonder that it came together like this, for it was the longest night of the year, the winter solstice, a time where Earth tilts away from the sun, limiting her light. A time where Mother Nature asks all of her children to slow down and rest in the darkness. The solstice is a wonderful time to seek the inner light we carry within ourselves. Here, our inner light shines brightly upon our dreams and desires. Love yourself like nobody can while remembering the miracles that surround you. Blessed winter solstice to all of you.
Thank you so much, Sophia. Doesn't that make you want to gather rocks and make a beautiful spiral like that? What a beautiful piece of art, and thank you for sharing that gorgeous photograph. I love you. I love you so much. I love you, Lorelei. A big thank you to everyone, to Troy for lighting the candles, for Casey, for Mari giving us gratitude, for Ash, for Eddie Watkins Jr., my love, for Jacqueline Sky, for everybody here, for Lorelei, Sophia. And we're going to have one more thing, which is a closing treatment from my beloved friend, David Washington. I just love his treatments. They always fill me up. So let yourself enjoy this, and then I will be back to say goodbye. So let's have a moment of prayer.
In this moment, I allow myself to relax, to sense, to feel the presence of the Great One. With each breath, between each breath, I sense and know that infinite presence which is at the core of all, the singular presence, is the core and the center of who I am. This infinite presence, which is love, whose character takes expression as life in our infinite universe. The character of this one is the character of who I am. this singular I am, showing up in infinite ways. So I know that this love, this peace, the infinite knowing, the infinite knowledge and wisdom of the One is what I am. And I allow that to flow through me, as me, showing up in my world. And I move forward with confidence, with hope and expectation that the beauty of love, the wisdom of infinite knowledge comes into form through me, as me, shows up in my world in beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ways. And I am at peace. I know this reality in every breath. I know this reality as I see it showing up, and I know this reality even when I don't see it. For it is the One and always present. So in infinite peace, I relax and know that all is well. And so it is.
And so it is. I really let myself receive that beautiful treatment, and I hope that you did too. And if you were busy running around, you can always rewatch this. Sometimes during the week, I'll go back and re-listen to some of the offerings because it inspires me and it's there for you. So shout out to all spiritual communities right now who are doing inspiring, uplifting content. One of which is my great teacher, Christy Snow. She is at the Carolina Center for Spiritual Awakening. You can find her here on Facebook. And I am so blessed and lucky to have sang 2 songs for her community. I sent her videos this week, so if you want to go rewatch that, if you need another dose. I also want to give a shout out to Center for Spiritual Living Seattle. I watch that very regularly, and next Sunday I will be the musical guest there. And also a big shout out to Universal Spirit Center, my other spiritual family, which is in San Diego. So wow, how blessed to have so many connections in this world that uplift, that connect, and that bring joy and love. So happy, happy, happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas. If you are lonely on Christmas, I send you so much love right now in advance. I wrap you in my love, and I invite you to just experience all of it. You know, if there's sadness that comes up, it's okay. You know, it will give birth to hope. If you can keep that hope going, sense that hope this week, be with each other. I'm going to look at some comments real quick. Yes, Jan, isn't David wonderful? Oh, Unity of Fresno, can I please come visit you when this is over? Yes, please. Katie, I love you. I love you for being here. Mitch, I'm so glad you're watching. Jenna, you are my soul sister. What can I say? Troy, thank you so much for your beautiful candle lighting, and I love your comments. Lynn, oh, you're so generous with your energy and your love and your offerings. Shout out to you for that. Gail, I love you for being here with us. I'm just kind of going down. Jacqueline, thank you. If anybody else wants to say happy holidays in the comments, please do. And I think I see Earl was here. Earl, hi Earl. It's wonderful to see you. Hi. Oh, and so wonderful to see so many people today. What a beautiful day. Please share this if you'd like to. Love you, Sophia. That's right. Thank you, Sophia, for that beautiful photograph. And thank you, everyone, for being here with me on this special Sunday to celebrate the holidays and the coming of the light. So buckle up for this big shift that's happening tomorrow astrologically. And we know in New Thought that every moment is an opportunity for a shift from fear to love. So I say I love you. I say happy holidays. And sometimes it's really hard for me to say goodbye. All right, here's Eddie singing that awesome song one more time to lift your spirits.
House of love and light. House of love and light. Amy, take us to the place where we can be just who we are. And it's alright in the house of love and light. House of love and light. Amy, open up the door to the place where we walk by faith and not by sight, not by sight. Through the house of love and light. House of love and light.